What is up, you guys? Welcome back to a quick little video. As you can tell by the title of this video is about your girl Christina Mustina Dustina, and just a quick update of what is going on with her court trial and hearing. She basically went to court, like I said in the last video, and she did not take the plea deal, so sis is taking it to trial. In this video, she's trying to figure out, why didn't they look at her lease? Why weren't they looking at her evidence? Why did he get to take the stand? Why isn't her lawyer not lawyering? Sweetheart, you have a public defender, a public pretender. They work for the state, so it's the state versus the state. So when they offered you something, you probably should have took it, because listen, facing 15 years on felony charges, you're going to do some time, especially taking it to trial, because guess what? People have to pay for that. This wasn't the smartest thing you've ever done, but there's a lot of things that are questionable in your life. Anyway, let's just get into this mess. Ooh-wee! Just the way I like it.
Aladdin will never be in my life again. Okay? Aladdin threw money at me, tried to make everything seem so great, and give me false hopes on a future while he had a fiance he was cheating on.
Sis, you knew that. You knew that he was in a relationship when you got with him, so why do you think that he would leave you? Somebody that's facing 15 years in prison. Why the hell would he leave his fiance that he has already established love? Obviously, they stay together for you. A 40-year-old woman that has nothing going for herself. You need him for everything, to pay for your Airbnb, to keep you out of jail, to give you money. You need him to survive. Like, why the hell would he leave somebody that probably does not need even half of what you were asking him? Girl, stop. But continue.
And lying to me the whole time. So, don't get me started about Aladdin's piece of shit ass, okay? Don't get me started about that. Because we're not going to talk about that man. Fuck him too. He can go suck it for all I care. Shit, he has my bond. Oh, oh well. Lying, cheating ass. You're lucky I don't fucking put you on blast for your fucking fiance. You're lucky I don't. Oh, your girlfriend. Oh, your girlfriend. Oh, just some girl that's your friend that sometimes lives with you. Oh, yeah. The last one thought you could just throw money at me and makes everything better. When you lie, you just throw money. No, bitch. Did I not? Like, I made it overly clear out the gate with Aladdin. Exactly who I was. By the way, there's 2.5K of you in here. Who wants to help me buy a handwriting?
She said she was telling Aladdin who she was. Clearly, she was telling Aladdin she was broke, because now she's on here begging for money for a handwriting analysis. Girl, you need to work on getting a attorney before you work on anything else. The attorney will do all the extra things. Right now, you focus on not going to prison, because facing 15 years felony charges, honey, and you taking it to trial, she should have just took the plea. Should have just took the plea. She going to prison. Watch and see what I tell you. Continue.
Person that, what is it called, guys? It's called a person that you want me to keep talking? You better gift me, or you better cash at me. Otherwise, I'm going to switch to sub only. Think I won't? I will. I need a handwriting analysis. My account is in the negative, and I'm a broke bitch being held in a state that I fucking hate. By a man who literally tried to take my fucking life many, many, many times and beat the shit out of me. And stole everything.
See, I don't have a problem with you watching the video. The problem is you haven't subscribed yet. It's free. Hit the subscribe button.
What my attorney did today. And I'm not kidding. Why my lease, which is evidence, wasn't submitted as evidence, and why the judge didn't have it in his hands, and why the literally the person sat there and committed perjury in front of our eyes, and I had the lease in front of my face. Oh, I will put Aladdin on blast, but I'm going to have to get TikTok gifts for that one. I need
She needs to be saving her money for commissary, because she's going to prison. She thinks that she's just going to walk scotch-free because she has a lease. Girl, you cannot break into somebody's house after the police told you not to come there. The police told you not to come there. They didn't say nothing about no lease or none of that. You weren't supposed to be there. You went back. And then if you were supposed to be there and that was your place, why are you going through doggy doors? Answer that. Why are you going through doggy doors? But continue.
I don't have any money to pay for my Airbnb, and he only paid until now, so yeah. If I put him on blast too much, he could revoke my bond and send me to jail. He even threatened that. and he threatened basically that he would put me in jail. So, and I literally don't have any more money for this Airbnb. I'm not trying to cry, but I literally don't. And I'm not ever talking to my dad again because my dad thinks I'm on drugs and he believes all this bullshit.
So last week, Christina went live. She did a drug test on live, and she peed in a cup on live, and these were the results from her live. And as you can see, Daddy may be a Rolling Stone, but Daddy definitely ain't dumb. You can see that there are some positive results. Positive in what? I do not know, but Daddy is definitely on to something. Daddy don't think you on drugs. He's seen you were on drugs. Girl, stop with the tears. Stop with the tears. But continue.
And that's why my book will be #1, you guys. That's why my book will be #1. Because you'll see that everything I say. Cash App, yes. I could really use the help. I'm not kidding. Like, I'm not. Aladdin can fuck all the way off, basically. Just for me saying what I just said, I'm gonna hear it for that. I'm gonna hear it for that and probably get threatened to be put back in jail, to be honest. Because he did threaten to revoke my bond. There goes. Hopefully you got that before it died again. I know, I need I need a place to, like, I don't have anything. And I'm alone. And I just want my family. Mark has helped me, but Mark can't help me financially. He's supporting our daughter by himself. In a state that's very, like, the cost of living is a lot higher in Florida than it is in Michigan. I'm not asking my dad for shit ever again. In Aladdin, he could get fucked. He can fuck all the way right off. Cash App is in my bio. Yeah, in my website. And you can just go buy dishes from my website. Put me to work. Go buy something from my web. This iPad is about to die too. All my phones are dying. Thank you. And I understand I made my bed and everything, but like all I've been doing is trying for the last year that I've been sober. A year. And I'm not gonna let anybody take that from me. Nobody. You know what Aladdin said to me today? It was my fault that he cheated on his fiance cheated on him. And that's what he said to me. Because he was giving me his attention. No words can come out of my mouth. Do you understand? And now that I'm saying this, I'm officially cut off from him. So, like, I'm literally fucked. Because I want to walk away from a new man who is lying to me and cheating on somebody. And I'm not okay with it. I'm absolutely not okay with it. Not okay with it at all. Not okay with it. And I made that very, very, very clear.
Hey, how are you?
You can fuck all the way off. And you're lucky I don't truly put you on blast after the way you broke my heart and played with my emotions and treated me like a little bitch. Made me want kids again and shit? For what? Lies. Lies, lies, lies. Some of these men just think that they can run their mouth and flap their jaw. And because they're flapping a jaw, we're supposed to... No. God gave me an intuition and a gut for a reason, and I listen real good. And when things don't add up, I call them the fuck out. And I'll do it every motherfucking time. And if anybody has any questions, you can tell them to at me. Any fiancés have any questions, at me. I have lots of answers. Lots of them. Anyways, where am I living? I'm living in an Airbnb with really amazing people. it's like a family away from family, but like I want my own space so I can actually, like, all I have to do now here in Michigan is be a content creator, which is what I love here on TikTok. But in order to do that, I need my own space to be able to go TikTok live. I cannot go TikTok live in a shared house. I can't put other people's privacy at risk because we know what people that are obsessed with me do. And I will not do that to the other people. They don't. No. For my address to be doxxed and cops to be called. No. In my own house by myself, fine. You're not doing that with other people that, you know what I mean? I'm not even going to ask them to allow me to. Yeah, I can't. But I miss coming TikTok live to you guys like that. I miss coming TikTok live like from my house because that's what I used to always do. I used to make TikTok videos all day long from my house. I came TikTok live from my house. Now I can't do shit except for be miserable and be lied to by fucking worthless men constantly and be lied about under oath by a worthless man. This last one, at least, you know, like, I did fall in love with him. I was, because I was in love. Live like that. I walked away from Aladdin, okay? That's what happened. Because he's a piece of shit liar, just like the rest of them. There's got to be a good attorney. Is there any criminal defense attorneys in here right now? Please. If you're a criminal defense attorney, can I get you to, like, put like a bunch of stop signs, like red stop signs up? Because I have a fucking question. I really do. I really do. Stop signs, red stop signs for a criminal defense attorney. There's 2.1K people. You're telling me there's not one criminal defense attorney in here? I'm not going to give too much info. My heart has been breaking over this for weeks, and I haven't been able to share it because I wanted to, you know, protect people's integrity that nobody even knows who the fuck you are, bitch. So everybody on the internet knows who you are, but they don't know who you are. But you want to protect my fans? You want to protect your integrity from my fans? No. Oh, no. No, it don't work that way. I will protect your privacy. Yes, I will. But you will not protect from my fans. And no, it's not a fiance, guys. It's just a girl that lives in his house that won't leave. That's what he told me. I said, so a girl that lives in your house that won't leave is your fiance? Yes. Y'all, I felt like I was being punked. Straight the fuck up punked. Oh, yeah. Do I got criminal defense? My brother-in-law is. Okay, awesome. Let me see. I wish I work for a criminal lawyer. Okay, I have questions about why my evidence that I submitted to my pro bono attorney today, none of it was given to the judge or even asked to the witness today. And I also was not even told that I got the chance to even be able to be a witness who is examined. And then when we walk out the court, I said, why wasn't I able to talk? Well, I couldn't trust if you were going to say yes or no. I'm not going to say yes or no answers. I have a lease. He sent me a Zelle 2 weeks ago. That's fake phone numbers. None of that was brought up to all my criminal defense attorneys. None of that. The fact that I have an arson charge right now, all because of a 15-year felony arson charge, all because of fake text messages and evidence that was planted by this person. And he said that I did it and sent fake text messages from a fake Text Now app that you cannot link to me. I want somebody to have it linked to them, though. I want the motherfucking IP address. How are you going to have a 15-year felony on me with, that's not even my phone number. That's a fake Text Now number. It has nothing to do with me. I want the IP address on where it was fucking made. Also, I have a lease. I have a month-to-month lease that he signed and he filled out that he uses with all of his rentals. And he said today in court under oath, he lied and said, no, Your Honor, there was no lease. And he said she was my girlfriend and basically like I felt bad for her and let her move in. After I spent $30,000 of my money on his credit cards and stuff for that house. And I left over $10,000 of furniture there willingly. And he admitted that nothing was taken. He tried to say that something was taken today that wasn't on the police report or anything, and they let him continue to talk about it.
Based off what I'm hearing, it sounds like Christina is a trick, and Matt used her to his advantage until she was no longer of any use and got rid of her. And now she's on here begging for love and attention and money because she was a clown and put all of her money from her divorce and her house in his account. What in the what? You put $35,000 in somebody's account that you had only been with for a year, girl. Got to be more careful. And then the audacity to donate allegedly $10,000 worth of furniture and you don't even have anywhere to go. Why didn't you put that up for sale? Why didn't you sell the furniture? Oh my gosh, I have so many questions, but she has no answers. Continue.
How come that wasn't? How come if I stole that, when the cops seized my car and searched it, how come they didn't take that? The laptop and cell phones. He says, I'm still missing my laptop and cell phones. They arrested me, seized everything I owned. They didn't find a laptop or 3 cell phones. It was not put in the police report, and it was not put in the fucking anything about the stuff they found in my car, which was a whole car full of shit. And the judge let him continue to say it. Am I, attorneys out here, so yes, so we have an attorney meeting. So this meeting was a preliminary exam to determine if there was enough evidence for the state to actually hold these charges against me. And the judge said, and I quote, based on this witness's evidence, who is, you know who the witness is, based on his statement today, we have enough evidence that I can say, yes, we can sufficiently charge you with these charges. And it's going to go to the 16th District Court in Mount Clemens. And it's going to be seen in front of whatever judge on August 21st. And I was like, excuse me, what about my lease? And I said this, and the judge is sitting here looking at me, and I said to my attorney, my lease? What about my lease? He said we didn't have a lease. This is a signed lease. It's his lease from his fucking landlord company that he does with all of his houses, and it's 3 pages of his handwriting that fills the lease in. And it's his signature that matches with this other signature that I have of his. And I have all my mail that got delivered to his house, and it still was getting delivered to his house until 3 weeks ago. I had a lease until June 5th. And why I was arrested May 27th for breaking and entering into my own house and getting a 5-year felony, and then having evidence planted by my ex who abused me physically, mentally, emotionally, and financially. Held a loaded gun to my head, gave me a loaded gun, told me to blow my brains out. Cheated on me with $60 hookers every week. And I caught him, and every time I caught him, he beat my fucking ass. I never called the cops, and ladies, that's wrong. Call the cops. How come he could sit there and lie like that and I can't show my lease? Why isn't my lease that I gave to the fucking thing with his signature on it being shown or even talked about? Why am I not on the stand giving my side of the story? Can somebody answer me this? They didn't offer me a deal because this was today was to decide if there was sufficient evidence for the state to press charges on me. And the judge, I quote, said, based on this witness's testimony, I believe there is sufficient evidence. And my attorney, I'm saying, show him the lease. Show him the email. Show him the $100 Zelle payment he sent me 2 weeks ago. Show him the Snapchat this motherfucker just posted in the fucking bathroom of the court with his Louboutins smiling. Show him the 911 call where he says that this is what he said when he called 911 on me. I have the call. I had it today at court to give to the judge and my attorney. I gave it to my attorney months ago. Why it wasn't turned in, I don't know. I have the 911 call of him saying, and quote, I tell you, he said today in front of the judge, this person did not have a lease. She was my girlfriend and she was living with me. She did not have a lease. The 911 call that got me put into jail says, and you guys have all heard it, yes, I have a tenant that was just evicted yesterday. I was just there with the police yesterday and she was evicted. She's trying to break into my property. I'm the landlord. Okay, sir, what is she doing? She's trying to break in. She's hitting things down with a baseball bat right now. This is the 911 call. Okay, sir. And you said she was, how do you know her? She was a tenant. She was just evicted yesterday. I was here with the police. We evicted her. She was told not to come back. She's hitting everything. Oh my God. She just hit a camera down. None of this was happening. None of this is true. He just told the judge today there was no lease. I was his girlfriend, that he moved into the house. I had the 911 call today at court to give to the judge. I had it all in a file that I gave my attorney that I had in a file on my person. Why wasn't I allowed to show it? Why? No, this is an injustice. Has nothing to do with being bipolar. I have a 15-year and a 5-year felony being pressed against me, and I did nothing wrong. Do you understand what I am saying? Why wasn't my evidence heard today? Can somebody tell me? Because I'm not seeing an answer here. I'm not. Here is here trying to break into my house. I have a PPO against her, and that was a lie. I could be home with my daughters right now. Okay, let me see those red. This is why they won't put you in the stand, because you have to keep it under control. And I would have, but now I can't keep it under control because my lease, your wall. Oh, why was my evidence not heard today? Nobody's explained that to me yet. Why was my evidence not seen today, but that man got to sit there on the trial and say we didn't have a lease when we did? I should be home with my daughters. He should have never said, based on his testimony, we have sufficient evidence. The judge hasn't even seen my lease. Do you hear me? The judge hasn't even seen my lease. How is he able to decide today there was sufficient evidence based on the testimony? How? What about a lease? I said to my lawyer, before the judge was getting ready to leave, I said, I want to ask him why we have leases. Why do we have leases? Can you explain that to me? Why do we have leases? To protect us, correct? Is that why we have a lease as a tenant? Why do we have a lease? Please, to protect us, correct? So that this doesn't happen. It's bullshit that I'm not home with my fucking daughters this second, right now. I've been held from them since May 28th. Over lies and bullshit. I saw a man commit perjury on the stand today, and I will prove it. So, alhamdulillah for that. Alhamdulillah. That's the only good thing I can see out of this right now is alhamdulillah, the justice will prevail because you now committed perjury in a motherfucking courtroom. And I have a video of you while I was in jail saying that I had a lease, buddy. Right now that I'm going to send Peter Lucido as soon as I get off of this live. Yeah. It's fucking ludicrous. I won't be there for my daughter's first day of school. First day of her senior year. My daughter, who has major social anxiety and doesn't come out of her bedroom, who hasn't been to public school in 3 years, who's going to school in a whole ass new state for her senior year. She's already going through enough because her mother's not even home with her. And I will not stop talking until there is dirt on my fucking grave. Do you fucking hear me? All of me. All of Macomb County. I hope you hear me loud and clear because this book I'm writing that you saw me writing today in court, it's going to be #1. And I will be on the Today Show. And guess what? When they want to talk about my book, guess what I'm not going to fucking talk about? I'm going to talk about the injustice that Warren City Police and Macomb County and the 37th District has done to me. And the $15,000, probably $20,000 now that has been spent in 8 weeks, since May 28th when this was done to me, that my family has spent to not only keep me out of jail, but to support my needs while I'm here because my business is in Florida and you won't even let me be there. And this is all based off lies, and I had an active lease and nobody is looking at it or listening to me because I don't have enough money to hire an attorney. Do you understand that this is not okay? This is not okay. If you guys knew what was going on with my family and how bad they need me, I have no fucking money right now. I could be making tons of fucking money in Florida right now, where my business is. But I can't because of lies. How and why isn't my lease seen today? Nobody's explained that to me yet. Why didn't that judge have the lease in front of him? Nobody has explained this to me. Nobody has explained to me how that judge could say today there was enough evidence to convict me of this when he should have had my lease. If that witness who lied through his teeth was able to talk, I should have been able to show my lease. The judge didn't even have it. I am listening. I'm looking. No, it's not choose a trial today. The case could have been in front of him. Nobody has explained this to me. Nobody has explained to me how that judge can say today there was enough evidence to convict me of this when he should have had my lease. If that witness who lied through his teeth was able to talk, I should have been able to show my lease. The judge didn't even have it. I am listening. I'm looking. No, it's not choose a trial today. The case could have been dismissed today. Do you understand that? The case could have been dismissed today with my lease. He said my attorney said, if he doesn't find sufficient evidence, he can dismiss it today. He can dismiss it today. I had a lease. What more don't you guys understand that I'm saying? The sufficient evidence that the judge should have had in front of him today that he did not have that could have dismissed my case was my lease. He would have said, based off of this, there's not sufficient evidence because she had a lease.
You're leaving here in less than 30 days, correct?
Correct.
What's today's date? The 17th.
No,
right?
today's the 16th.
16th. So you will be out legally by the
April
16th.
17th.
Okay, good. Thank you.
No, I don't believe that's the way it should be. I think that's fucking bullshit. That judge should have had that lease in front of him today, and I'm still being held against my fucking will. My children need me for what? I didn't move voluntarily. I told him, I sent him an email. I had a month-to-month lease, 3 pages long. I sent him an email that stated that on May 9th, I sent him an email that stated on June 5th, I will be vacated from the property with all of my stuff, and I will be ending my lease then. So I gave him a 30-day notice that I was ending my lease on June 5th, and all my stuff would be vacated on June 5th. I then have other messages that we're working on getting my Apple ID right now, where I said I only got 3/4 of my stuff. I'll be coming back for the rest because I don't have to be out till June 5th. I and my daughter were the only ones to be living there. He was not first of all, he was a landlord. He didn't live there. His address was on Ruth Road in motherfucking Northern Michigan. Okay? So, do you understand what I'm saying when I say I had a very active lease? I should have never been arrested. Yes, and I gave a 30-day notice. Okay, I gave on May 9th, and I have all of the $9.50 a month I paid for rent every month from my bank account to his. All of that proof today we had there. I gave him a 30-day notice on May 9th. I said on June 5th, I'll be moved out. This is my 30-day notice, basically. So it's still my house. Okay? It's still my house. Why was I arrested on May 27th when I had an active lease until June 5th? That I have very clear and very detailed text messages that are to the same email that I paid the $9.50 a month Zelle payment to for rent. The same email that I paid through Chase Bank on my Zelle. Same email on May 9th. I'm ending my lease. I will be out on June 5th with all of my stuff. Never was I given eviction papers. They were never even filed, guys. Never. Never. Oh, I'm not going to put it on sub only. I'm going to get off, actually, because I'm tired. But I just needed some legal advice. So please reach out to me in my DMs if you're truly an attorney and you want to help me, because all the attorneys tell me that it's a $15,000 retainer just to take on my case that I'm being falsely accused of by literally a man that did the most heinous things to me that you can imagine, that I got away from and broke free from. And because I broke free from that, this is the repayment that he is giving me. But perjury was committed today, and we're going to prove it. And I need a handwriting analysis person to let me know, or somebody let me know what a good handwriting analysis is that the state of Michigan Court of Law uses. And of course, I have the TikTok video of him saying that we had a lease, but a handwriting analysis would be great as well. You know, just a little icing on the top of the cake there that the perjury was committed today. I couldn't believe what I was seeing in front of my eyes. I couldn't believe. I was like, I would never fucking lie to a judge like that. I would be terrified. When I raise my right hand in court, you guys, to swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, my stepmother was a judge. I take that shit seriously. Because that judge has your life in their hands. You lie to that judge, y'all, it's not going to be pretty at all. And